Are you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go then. Good. Finally.
Are you already recording?
Oh yeah.
Ah, shit.
Oh yeah.
I'm busted.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and this is the 10th episode of Coffee on the Dark Side podcast.
We have gone further than Star Wars. Yes!
In less time too.
In this time.
In less time, which is important.
Oh!
Which is very important. To start off, I have a something really quick to say. I would like to give a shout to one of my friends called Preston Brown. I talked with him yesterday on the podcasting community of Facebook, and he asked for the link to find us and follow us. So I'm giving a shout out to. So Preston, thanks a lot, man.
Oh my god! Thank you, Preston!
And also we have more news. We are finally on Apple Podcasts and
We are going big.
Google Podcasts.
Learn from us, Disney.
So there are more places for you to follow us. If you go to our Instagram, you'll find some very interesting images with all the platforms where you can find us. We are already on Spotify. We also have an archive on YouTube, so everywhere you go, you can't escape from us right now.
We are going big. Me gusta.
Look at the Jar Jar over here, huh? So
It's me, Jar Jar Binks.
I think that this is an episode that you've been waiting for a long time to do, because since there isn't anything to talk about the shows or the movies, this is 100% dedicated to Star Wars gaming.
Yes.
It's been weeks now since you've told me you wanted to do a gaming episode,
Yes.
and here we are, 10th episode.
My time to shine. But unfortunately, I've seen practically nothing from E3.
So
Only from Re3.
yeah, what's Re3?
So we are announcing we are going to launch in a project that's called Re3. It's basically E3, but just for remakes and remastered games. So basically, we plan that in the progressing events that have been followed through many years, we are going to end E3 because the main focus will be Re3. Because nowadays what sells, it's old games. And remastered games. And remake games.
So Final Fantasy fans will be there every year.
Exactly!
And Sonic fans.
That's not hard.
And
honestly.
Crash fans.
Hey.
Crash Bandicoot fans.
Mostly every RPG, Japanese RPG fans will be there.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
They announced Final Fantasy 7.
Mhm.
They announced Final Fantasy 8 to be the next project to be remade. They announced they're gonna sell a game that was like the adventure game of Final Fantasy. Then the remake that the first remake they made in colors for Game Boy was called Secret of Mana. Then they made a second game that before wasn't released on Europe and America, which was Trails of Mana. They announced they're going to sell the old games for Switch and such, with all the old graphics, and with that they announced the remake of Trials of Mana. So basically, one more remake.
It's basically what PlayStation is doing this month with Sonic Mania.
Yes,
It's free on. If you have PlayStation Plus,
I have.
go for the Sonic Mania game.
I realized something. I really realized something with PlayStation giving the game for free. The old Sonic games were immensely better, and I still suck at them.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't play shit.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to pass the second boss.
But I have. You're saying you haven't seen anything from E3 this year.
No, I've seen some things.
Okay, but I have something to tell you. FIFA Street is coming back.
Whoa.
Yeah, the next
Wait, whoa, what?
the next FIFA will have FIFA Street.
Yes! The only football game I ever liked! Yes!
It's been days since I wanted to tell you this.
Yes! Your neighbors will probably get thinking, what the fuck is happening over there?
I don't really give a.
I don't give a shit.
flying
You
damn.
you play the loud metal music when you can, so fuck it.
Yeah, yeah. If they can play bad music, I can shout whatever the fuck I want. So, but yeah,
Seriously?
FIFA Street is coming back. Yeah,
Oh my
the next
God.
FIFA 20 basically will be the normal package with football, but then it will have the game modes with FIFA Street and futsal,
Oh god.
where you can actually create your own
Oh,
player and customize it with
Oh,
tattoos
God.
and whatever the fuck you want.
that's amazing.
So after this not so Star Warsy introduction,
Oh my god.
we are actually going into the episode. And the first thing I want to talk to you about is Limited Run relaunching the old Star Wars games.
Yeah, basically, for
And-
those who don't know,
And let me just
no,
give you,
first you have to explain what limited run is.
let me just give the names of the
Oh,
games.
Okay.
So basically, the games they're going to resell as physical copies
Yeah.
are Star Wars Bounty Hunter,
Classic.
Dark Forces,
Classic.
Racer,
Classic.
Empire Strikes Back,
Classic.
Jedi Knight 1, 2, and 3,
Classics.
Racer Revenge,
Classic.
Rebel Assault,
Classic.
Shadows of the Empire,
Classic.
TIE Fighter, and X-Wing.
I want to see how they're going to do the limited versions of the special limited versions for basically these two, the TIE Fighter and the X-Wing ones. Because, seriously, I have those games. I particularly have all the games that you just announced because a friend of mine gave me the games through Humble Bundle. A couple years ago during my birthday, he offered me the games. I tried the X-Wing and the TIE Fighter
Yeah.
with a joystick.
Oh!
I had the joystick, so I tried. I played shit, but they were amazing. Just a special note. Also, that friend that we know, he buys some things at Limited Run. I'll explain what Limited Run is in a
Yes.
bit. No, actually, I have to explain first. Limited Run is a company that sells games that nowadays are basically is sold in digital retail. So these are old games, so you can only play these games like in Steam or through goodoldgames.com. And they basically sell you the game in physical form with a box, and the special editions have more things like the soundtrack in the CD, posters, and all that. So you remember the first Power Rangers, like the Dino coins. So the special version of this Power Ranger game has a steel box that has a magnet where you can change the coin for the Transformer belt.
You can change the coin.
Yeah, they give you the 5 coins of the Dino coins, and you can choose what the coin you want.
Oh, that's nice.
The game sucks, from what I've heard, but just that detail,
That's interesting.
that's... I was like, do I buy it? Do I not? Do I buy it? Do I not? Do I buy it? Do I not? I don't know! But actually they sell a lot of interesting stuff. Basically, most of the games that were only released in digital form for Steam and Switch, PlayStation, they sell the games there through physical copies. For example, Hollow Knight, Celeste. There was he showed me a special version he bought of a game called Blood Ruined. I don't recall the name of the game, but basically it's like platform Castlevania look, and the special box gave the CD and the poster and many things and the box and all that, and the outside of the box came inside a box that looked like those old boxes for NES.
Mm-hmm.
Just amazing details, amazing the work they do, and these games are like really limited run, like 1,500 copies, 2,000 copies, 3,000 copies. There's like really limited run copies, and imagine Star Wars.
Yeah. And speaking of, you are talking about the NES right now, and I remember what some of these games
We're in NES.
are actually adaptations of the movies, direct adaptations of the movies to the NES and to the Game Boy,
Yeah.
if I'm remembering
Yeah.
correctly.
If you were checking the news of that in IGN, if you go to the website of Limited Run,
Yeah,
you
there's-
can see the
There's
platforms
there's
where the
actually a
games.
tweet here with that image.
Yeah, you can see you go exactly to the website on the part of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
blog. You have the platforms the games were originally launched.
Mm-hmm.
And that's this is on the top. It's the Power Ranger game I was talking about.
Yeah. This one I know.
So yeah, basically,
but some of these Star Wars games,
yeah,
I know them, but I haven't actually played them.
yeah.
I played most of them, like the Racers and the X-Wing ones.
Dark Forces,
Yeah,
Jedi Knight.
I've played most of them, but those
Yeah.
adaptations to the Game Boy and the NES, I haven't really played.
Look,
them.
look. It's the with the coins, and you can change the coins and all that.
Right. Yeah, especially I like the touch of PS4 and Switch
yeah,
on the actual covers.
yeah.
So if you don't know this, people will think, "Oh, this is a new game." And
No,
then, it's not.
no.
This is actually fan service.
Yeah,
which is
yeah.
very nice.
It's like super fan service.
yeah.
You have the add-on soundtracks. They actually sell
Mm-hmm.
the soundtracks with proper covers and CDs and all that. It's
didn't-
just amazing.
I actually didn't know they sold all this. I knew they sold old games,
Yeah.
classical games.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they actually sold the
They
the
just
soundtracks.
they do like limited run. And they do a more
Yeah.
number of copies beside the ones that come with the special edition. But basically,
Yeah.
those are things that like fans buy in a second.
Yeah.
It's more impressive than the little girls going buy tickets to what's the name of the other guy that was here in Portugal like a week
Ed
ago?
Sheeran.
Ed Sheeran, thank you. Yeah, it's this is fun for us.
I would actually buy this as fast as a little girl would buy tickets to Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Definitely.
More faster than that.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I would probably the ones I would buy would be probably Dark Forces,
Mhm.
the Racer. First, I have to see the cover art of it.
Jedi Academy was amazing.
It was amazing, but if I had to choose just three, it would be Dark Forces,
Mhm.
the Episode Racer, and then I would be
The Bounty
not.
Hunter one was also really cool.
Yeah, that would be my. One thing I'm sad, but they probably will sell it anyways because they're announcing the TIE Fighter version and the X-Wing version, and there was a game that combined the two. So probably they'll sell that
I imagine
one.
they're going to do like a small bundle or something. Yeah.
But yeah, it would either be the TIE Fighter / X-Wing or the Bounty Hunter. But the Episode 1 Racer would be like, yes.
Among all of these, I'm for me at least, Episode Racer was actually the best one and my favorite.
It's just childhood.
And if we exclude the KOTOR games and the Force Unleashed series,
Yeah.
especially the first one,
Yeah.
I would actually consider this as my favorite Star Wars game.
Yeah.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And this is actually
And one thing I want them to do is like, if they sell like a limited version and they can add anything, do of the two options. One, a little more expensive version with a miniature of the ship, the racing pod, or do like Carmageddon. If you buy Carmageddon on GOG, you get the PDFs to build the cars of the game in paper,
That's nice. That's nice.
3D and shit. That would be like fan service.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would be even more fan service than this already is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's amazing.
But definitely, the racer game, the pod racing game was. If a person doesn't know Star Wars inside out, it wouldn't really know how
Matter.
to connect.
Yeah. If you don't have
pod
the
racing and
feelings.
if you don't follow Star Wars everywhere, you wouldn't be actually able to connect this as easily as we do. And
If you
would
weren't
be-
a child
and
during the
game-
episode 1.
yeah, and the game would come out kind of odd,
Yeah.
but the game was amazing,
Yeah.
and I really hope that all of these have this limited run, to paraphrase, and keep on coming.
There was, I don't remember which one it was, but there was a Rogue Squadron. Rogue Squadron was that game when you pilot several ships, and came also to GameCube.
Rogue Squad.
Yeah, Rogue Squad,
I can't remember
Squad.
that.
Squadron, something like
Rogue
that.
Squad. Ah, yeah.
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 That one. A friend of mine had for
For the N64.
yeah, and the second version was for the GameCube.
Yeah.
It's a missed opportunity also. But they have to control so many games what they can sell and not. They had to. I think they went like to do websites and platforms that sell all the old games and say, what the fuck do you sell the most? Oh, these ones. Okay.
The thing is, when you're messing with the Star Wars licenses, you have to be really careful. Because and you've also played this game just as much as I did. Freelancer has a still strong community of modding,
Yep.
even 18 years after
Yep.
the game is released.
Yep.
And there are countless mods of Star Wars for that game.
Jesus.
And
Remember that one that was practically perfect?
yeah, I actually do. It was my favorite. Well, not my favorite, but it was my first mod.
No matter
on
what people
Freelancer.
say, Star Wars is so strong in games that at the point you're playing a medieval fantasy game, Skyrim, and you have mods just to have lightsabers on
Yeah.
it, and to transform the moon into the. It's
That's
not a
the-
moon.
Yeah.
You know, it's just.
If you
Damn!
know, if you know what you're doing, and if you have the passion to actually do it, it's really difficult to do something Star Wars related that won't come out
Yeah.
fine. Unless you're in a rush, or you don't exactly know what you're doing, it's really hard to fail with Star Wars in gaming. Especially if
is.
it is a mod.
Yeah.
And I know that most of people who work on mods are
Modders.
are not professionals for that. They just that's like a pastime. It's a hobby.
They're all mad. Just mad
Yeah.
people.
But keep to keep this ball going with the gaming stuff.
Yeah.
Apparently this is news for you. This is actually news for you.
Oh yeah.
The new-
I love Lego games. I don't buy Lego games because like you can play them so fast, especially when you have a little bit of a
Yeah.
hack for puzzles. What time I think it was the episode 7 game. It was on Fnac, and I watched some kid like stopped during like 5 minutes in the same place, and was like, "What the fucking heck are you doing, my little man?"
It's a kid.
It's a kid, but still, those games are made for
Yeah,
kids.
but the thing is, I always had that impression too, that a Lego game, not a Lego Star Wars game, a Lego game
Yeah, in general.
in general is kind of fast
Yeah, it is.
to go through. But when I've saw when or better yet when I've seen this trailer and the announcement for this the the Skywalker saga
But
Lego
they can
Star
release
Wars.
it after episode 9.
Yeah, the game is coming after the episode 9,
So
and it's going to feature the whole nine main movies.
Yeah, but the thing is, did they spoiler anything of the?
No, no,
Ah,
no,
okay,
no,
okay,
no,
okay.
no. The trailer is really simple. It only shows those scenes that you expect to see, like the "I am your father" scene. You know,
I am your father.
we can see some of Darth Maul, Qui-Gon Jinn fight. The trailer is rather simple.
Yeah.
But it's really entertaining. It's made for laughs. And so far as I've understood, there will be parts of the game that will be open world,
Oh.
which is interesting, and there will be side missions.
Oh.
So I'm kind of curious to see
In fact,
how they will accomplish this.
they were already trying that at the episode 7. I played the 7, not the 9th game. Did the 8th... Oh, actually, did the...
The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
Game, no.
No, he didn't. Right? Yeah, but the seventh episode was a huge progress comparing to the old games, of course, but because time and software and all that. But they introduced little what I liked the most were the little ships, the minifigure ships inside the game where you pilot them, like a chibi version of the Millennium Falcon or the X-Wing or the TIE Fighter, and we'll just like a toy on top of it. It's like you're a kid and with one of those machines that go up and down, do with a loud, annoying music.
It wouldn't be the same thing without the annoying music, to be fair.
So let's play the game and put the annoying music, and then add some mods just to look like terrible version, because that's what you get from those like automatic ships that don't move from the same place. Oh Jesus!
But I mean, I think that the game wouldn't work so well without the annoying music.
But the game doesn't have annoying music. I'm talking about the diversions for kids, the real physical ones. I like the music.
Okay.
What most people find that the Cantina music is annoying as fuck in loop.
It's not.
It's not. Like I've told this to all my friends, when I get married, during the water class or whatever you call in English, the little buffet afterwards, it's gonna play the music of the Cantina on loop during the entire dinner.
Absolute banger. your wedding would be an absolute banger.
Yes.
Basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That would be nice. Please invite me.
You're invited. You're invited, and you're invited, and you're invited.
But yeah,
But not you.
the trailer for Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker saga, I think it came rather unexpectedly. Just like Keanu Reeves on Cyberpunk.
Yeah. What the fuck was that?
A nice conversation for another day.
Just mention. Have you seen you remember the meme?
Mhm.
The meme, actually, not the meme. The meme about the eternal Keanu Reeves. Through the years,
Yeah.
they now added the new picture.
I've seen that meme on the same day as I've seen the trailer.
People are fast.
I was just lucky to see it after watching. The
Yeah,
trailer.
you got lucky because I saw it first.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, not so lucky, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, not so lucky.
It's the thing.
But yeah, I think it came rather unexpectedly, like I said. And I think that people got caught.
Lucky.
No, not lucky. I think they got caught like off guard.
Yeah.
But I think that most people is actually really happy that this game is being made because Lego is capable of
Many
capturing.
shit.
No, it's capable of capturing the atmosphere of Star Wars.
Yes. One of the things I like most about Lego games is because they grab the universe they're exploring and they adapt it so well to the little brick.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Batman games,
Yeah,
amazing. Harry Potter games, amazing. The Pirates of the Caribbean game, didn't play as much because damn it, that shit was annoying.
mm-hmm.
Indiana Jones, didn't play as much because shit that was annoying. No, I liked Indiana Jones,
I can see the pattern.
but if you have to use the force or the magic just for the special effects
Yeah.
in Lego. Just like being afraid of plastic snakes, no, thank you, no. Um, and they were kind of slow because they were earlier games. The Lord of the Ring games, they started doing co-op and using the many characters to build bridges and all that. There was like improvement, and I like how they grab what the characters do in the movies and the shows and transport it to the brick world. Like,
You can do a lot of things with the bricks that you can do with live action.
Yeah.
Or at least in a more serious video game.
yeah,
Like, I mean, it's not the same if you cut off a head on Lego or on with people. It's not the same.
if they do like not just grab all the games and put them together, they start doing like voices because nowadays they started to introduce voices to the games and
Yeah.
the early games of Star Wars didn't have the voices. I want the meme joke of General Kenobi in Lego.
Someone will make it. I'm pretty
Yes,
sure.
please,
I'm pretty sure.
please.
But that's the thing. You can actually do a lot of things with the Lego bricks that you can't do otherwise. Because I was watching the gameplay footage for Fallen Order,
Yeah,
and one of the main concerns I've seen people have is, oh, but yeah, if you use the lightsaber, you can cut off a hand. Why don't you cut off that stormtrooper's arm or something? I mean, it's not actually.
talking about Fallen
This
Order.
this is not like a game like Red Dead Redemption or
Yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima. Okay,
But,
this is not a violent game.
the I have some concerns honestly about Fallen Order. I'm a little bit. It's. We are from a generation that we played kind of the old games. We also had the Star Wars games for PlayStation 2 and such. I played the Revenge of the Sith. And the experience we had with the other one, Force Unleashed and such, is that the Jedi's or Force users, whatever you want to say, they create for the games are kinda more advanced than you would hope.
Kind of overpowered.
Yeah,
That was always the issue I had with Galen.
yeah, and I'm kinda having that same problem with this one.
Yeah.
Because all the force stop. I understand the force push, the force pull, the deflect,
Yeah,
maybe the censoring type,
but the time stop, right?
the time stop.
Yeah.
That's a little bit too much, Kalo.
I was like when I've seen there is in the trailer. If you watch it, there's actually a scene where he stops time.
Yeah,
So basically, the bolt is. I mean, if you can stop a laser, okay. You can stop a blaster fire.
Yeah.
We've seen Kylo do it.
yeah,
But what happens in the game, at least from what we've seen,
yeah,
it's not just the blaster fire that's stopped. It's everything, and only you are moving.
yeah,
And what you actually can do in the game is actually stop everything, pull the stormtrooper, to you
And then put
kill
on
him
the
and
yeah.
kill him with his own blaster
That
fire.
one I liked. But one
It's
of the
a
things
cool
that
effect. It's a cool effect.
then one of the things that they're doing properly is because they're going. Also, I have the complaints that it's going to be a little bit overpowered, but they're not going overly overpowered
no,
because
no.
Kylo Ren stopped the shot. He stopped. This kid only slows down a fucking much.
Yeah.
It ain't the same because if you see on the side, the bolt is still
It keeps
moving, but
moving,
like
yeah.
really slow. So it's like I have the power, but not as much. I got the power.
Yeah. I mean,
And when he's fighting the spiders,
yeah,
he cannot pull the spider.
no,
Great. He stopped one of the spiders, but what he stopped it was what he was watching, seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like, oh, I used the force to stop everything.
no. It's not a 360 degree.
Yeah.
It's not an Anakin power on Battlefront. Okay. You can actually and it's not stop, it's slow down.
Yeah.
What is in front of you, and that's where I think that the trailer actually leads us to a mistake, because I don't think that the game, or for better yet, I don't think that we can do in the game
Everything they showed.
what we perceived from the trailer, because a lot of people think what's the name of the guy? Cal, yeah. Everyone thinks that Cal is freezing time.
No, it's slowing down.
It's not. Yeah, it's still a concern of mine.
Yeah.
At some degree, but it's not that kind of problematic.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's solvable, and I think that this mistake.
And probably what they showed, because they didn't show the skill points. You received skill points.
They didn't show where you can use them.
Exactly, and I think the character at that point had more powers than we also have to consider that from the trailer we have first he using the Force while he was in the cover, then Inquisitor, then the first encounter with one of the troopers.
You don't see an Inquisitor in the trailer.
Yes, you do in the ship. When he's jumping to the ship of this girl, the ship with a long wing and a small wing, and there's an Inquisitor.
But that's the reveal trailer.
Exactly.
In the gameplay trailer.
No. Yes, that was saying. The reveal trailer, you see Inquisitor. On the gameplay trailer, you see
the troopers.
The troopers specialized for Force
Jedi
uses.
Yeah.
Which give us the idea, which help us to remind that this gameplay trailer is not going to be the beginning of the game. So at this point, you have some more powers.
I think that this is my theory. I think that the game. This is not a first mission. This is not a tutorial mission.
Yeah.
I think that this is like
midway.
Almost midway.
Yeah.
Because you can see that some of the characters don't know you already. There are still some pop-ups telling you what to do and what buttons to press. So it's not midway yet, but it's not introductory.
Yeah.
Because if you look at the first trailer, you kind of get the perception that the game will start
in a city.
Yeah.
Oh.
On
yeah.
Coruscant, probably.
Yeah. At least a planet where things have fallen after the Order and the Empire is rising.
Yeah, but by the artwork, we can kind of.
I love that they showed Kashyyyk.
Yeah,
and free the Wookiees.
A lot of people are saying this is not Kashyyyk. Yes, it is. What you see in the movies is Kachiro Beach. Okay, it's a beach. That's what you see in the movies.
It's a bitch.
Some people,
they're being a bitch.
Some people are being a beach. Okay. This is a whole new location. Okay, this is a whole new location, and I actually am glad that they are taking the time to give us more insights on Kashyyyk.
Yeah.
Because we don't really know anything about Kashyyyk or the Wookiees. Okay, you know more of the Wookiees than of the planet itself.
Free the Wookiee.
One thing that popped my mind is the lack of texture, the lack of texture, but that's
Mhm.
because it's an alpha footage. It's still a really early footage, but judging by what we can already see, I think that it's going to look great
Yep.
because the textures where we have problems are the Wookiees' faces and some bloom effects, so which are easily solvable. I think.
It's way early.
That's what I'm saying. This footage that we've seen is alpha.
Yeah.
It's not recent. I mean, it's not. It wasn't recorded last week. It was probably recorded in January or something
Mm-hmm.
because it's very early footage. It's the footage you use when you are making your first trailers.
Yeah.
So by now they should be like almost reaching beta. So I'm pretty sure all those textures will be solved.
I
Really
like
soon.
they used the Imperial droids that we saw in Rogue One.
K2SO.
Yep, the same model.
There is a scene in the trailer when he enters the facility.
Hmm.
There's an R2 unit.
Yeah, R2D8.
The first thing that popped in my mind was, oh look, it's R2. But oh no, wait, this isn't R2. It's another R2 unit.
It's a black one.
Yeah. Then I see the black parts.
Are you saying that all R2 units are the same? Look out for the internet.
Because I was watching at work, and my screen is huge. Okay.
But you can only see the game, the videos on the
and that's
small
the
part.
thing. It's like huge, and I was working with. The window from which I work is right beside me,
Yeah.
right in front of me, and the screen itself is cut in half. And I had YouTube open on the right side of the screen, and this is where the sun started to come out on the windows,
Hey.
and it's starting to make a glare on my screen. I was like, "Oh, look, it's R2."
It's only a droid.
But then I covered like my eyes like this.
Oh, no,
it's
it's
black.
another one.
It's black. Okay.
It's a black.
It's a black one.
Jesus. But yeah,
It has a lot of.
I'm
It has a lot of the Force Unleashed vibes.
yes, it does.
Animations
One
are-
guy that I know said it looked like Uncharted. I was like,
No,
no, it's more like Prince of Persia.
I was going for more like probably Dark Souls or something.
But it's not like because of the jumping and all that, but just the moment where he's running at the side, it reminds me so much of Prince of Persia.
I mean, it's Respawn. Of course, it's going to have parts when you are running on a wall.
What other gods? I know. I seriously don't know many games made by
No,
the company.
really?
No.
I can show you.
I haven't googled that yet. It's like and just see that it's Star Wars. They're doing great.
Apex Legends, Titanfall.
Oh,
So, yeah, of
yeah,
course,
yeah,
it's going
yeah,
to
yeah,
be-
yeah. I remember the trailer for Titanfall. The guy with a small jetpack and running and all that shit, and then going to the droid. The droid, not the Titan.
Oh, funny. Respawn are the same guys that are doing Vader Immortal, the VR series.
Ooh,
I didn't know this. It's very
ooh.
interesting.
Ah.
This is very.
What character do I sound like? There's a character that does these sounds in Star Wars, I think. Ah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. But did you see the official cover?
Yeah, yeah.
Amazing.
Beautiful.
Amazing. The light on one side, the dark on the other.
Gives me the vibes of one of the latest expansions for SWTOR. You know about the two brothers
Hmm.
and the Golden Realm or whatever it was. Golden Throne, Golden Realm, the guys that wear all black and white and had the golden lightsabers and all that. Yeah, that vibe.
I really enjoy this contrast they made on the diagonal with the light and the dark. It's really an interesting effect. It's really cool. It looks great.
How did it sound like like on the dark? Have you felt it? It's a me, Mario, Mario, Mario.
But yeah, the animations are kind of clunky.
It's the usual
But
shit.
it's actually like I was saying. I think that this is more of an issue because it's alpha footage.
Yeah.
You can actually see like the stormtroopers running really slowly towards you. I mean the riot troopers running really towards you. Then they stop. They do this like "Come at me, bro," and then they start
We
running.
called
again.
you all of you, so we can kill you
But they
again.
are so slow.
At the beginning, yeah.
Yeah, but I think that they will.
Like I said, my opinion is that they probably showed you a character. They ain't like just. Sorry, I'm also working on the design and trying to figure out what the fucking I'm doing with this computer, and I think they showed you the game at one point that you went the basic one, like the beginner one.
Yeah.
You already have your lightsaber. He started with no lightsaber, and you're already playing, and you're already using the lightsaber like a glowing stick in the dark. I was like, I was watching the trailer with some friends, and it was like, oh, that's smart, using the lightsaber with a glowing thing. And I said, no, that's stupid because now they can see you in the dark,
Oh.
bitch. I was like, oh yeah,
That guy must be fun at parties.
I am. I was the guy saying no, that you can now see them in the dark.
Yeah, you are fun at parties.
I know.
Very fun.
I know. But yeah, we have to wait, and
I enjoyed the small Chewbacca cameo on the end.
Yeah.
It's very detextured, but it's easy to see that it's
Probably,
Chewbacca.
yeah.
And there are rumors that we will also be seeing Tarful.
Who?
Tarful,
Remember.
the guy, the Wookiee that was with Chewbacca and Yoda on Revenge of the Sith
Oh.
on the command center.
Yeah. But you know, if that's Chewbacca on. Just for one thing, before talking about Chewbacca. Soccer I think he's gonna lose his legs in this game.
Probably.
And you already, if that one is Chewbacca, we already know he's a crappy savior.
I was.
You get my point, right?
Yeah. When I saw Saul on the trailer, I was like, "What the hell is Saw Gerrera doing here?" But then I remembered, oh right,
He was a crazy bastard.
this is before Rogue One. Okay, yeah. I was like mixed up. I was actually mixed up. And apparently, there's going to be a comic with a prequel to this game.
But
Like they did with the novels for the Battlefront,
yeah.
which is nice. It's going to be called Jedi Fallen Order Dark Temple.
But
It's going to be published by Marvel, obviously.
obviously.
Matthew Rosenberg from X-Men
Ooh, nice.
is doing the plot, and Paolo Villanelli from the Darth Vader series
Nice.
is going to be drawing it.
Nice.
I enjoy this. So basically, the comic, the first issue of the comic at least, will be around Jedi Master Eno Cordova and his Padawan Sere Junda that go on a mission to help a group of resistance fighters who trying to fight the Empire. This one. The old. This old geezer.
No, I'm thinking like, just for the cover. Do you think that the other woman that appears in the trailer and gives the confirmation to Saw Gerrera he is a good guy is also a Jedi?
She's holding a blaster, so I wouldn't.
Oh, she's holding a blaster.
No, on this cover,
Yeah.
she's holding a lightsaber.
Yes.
But on the trailer, that girl you're talking about, she's holding a blaster, I think.
But everyone has to be careful about these times.
I'm not seeing a Jedi use a blaster.
You have to be careful in this time.
You were trying to get an argument that you couldn't.
No, I think the thing is, if you remember, first of all, they're in disguise, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Second of all, they're in disguise, right? I lost my argument here.
Yeah, you kind of did. No, but I don't. Judging by the face,
Yeah, probably it is.
blasters aside, judging by the face, I don't think it's the same girl.
Okay,
But
it could be.
we can read this, and then wait for the game and compare.
Yeah.
That's.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna read it. Definitely.
We don't know. There's no date for. Yeah, there's no date for the comic.
No date?
Yeah,
No date?
no date.
Shit.
No date. Sorry.
It's a no date.
It's a no date. No
but,
date.
but it's a no date.
No date, my
You
brother.
come here, you pay the dinner, it's a no date.
No date, my brother. There's no date. Do you know the way? I love this. I love this. What you've done here. I know it's not finished yet, but
No,
it's
not
nice.
finished.
It looks nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was our episode related to gaming.
The first part,
the whole gaming episode.
the new games. Now, then we'll do a special for the old games. So yeah, we have to do another more project for this platform of ours. Have access to the games. You can have access to the games. We have to try the old games
Yeah,
and then comment on the old games.
yeah. It should be fun.
Like every game. Every game. I thank God for those services that sell the old games. Because plus, I have the Force Unleashed 1. A friend of mine has the Force Unleashed 2. What else do we need? I have the PlayStation 2 game for Episode 3. The Lego games. KOTOR.
We have a lot.
Yeah, KOTOR 2. We already tried SWTOR. For those who don't know what SWTOR is, Star Wars The Old Republic is basically the MMO that still does shit with the expanded universe. Thank you very much. We also have... there's one thing I saw because of a YouTube channel called JonTron that I want to try just because it looks so bad. That was the Star Wars chess game.
Chess game.
Chess game.
Why though?
Because it was chess with tracks of Yoda.
That's odd. That's
Yeah.
just odd.
No, it's basically one side at R2D2 as the pawns and C3PO as the bishops, I think, and the dark side had like the troopers pawns. It was super fucking weird.
What?
Yeah.
What?
You have to remember that at one point George Lucas tried to sell a lot of shit of Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. remember the oh, I remember something. Hasbro announced that they were going to sell the old figures.
Yes, they did.
The ones that appear on movies that talking about the old times,
Yeah.
about the box with the face of Darth Vader opening all the small figures. They're going to
Yeah.
sell them again.
I almost forgot it. Yeah.
So that pair of news in the other day, amazing.
So
I don't know if I'm gonna buy it.
it's a kid's dream.
It's a big kid's
It's
dream.
it's a big kid's dream, and it's a chance one in a lifetime to get an old figure.
Oh man, it's just
Thank you, Hasbro.
thank you for trying to ruin our wallets. Jesus, what the fuck did I happen?
What the hell?
I fucked up. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm gonna save before doing any shit.
Please do.
Save.
So
Saving.
we
Save.
will resume our logo development.
Yeah. Was checking how long we're talking about games.
50 minutes.
Go.
We couldn't go out. With the old games episode that we will do eventually. We will go over this.
At least we have to sell in parts.
Yeah,
Uh,
small videos of 10 minutes.
I'm just thinking more news I saw in E3, basically of the small things.
Related to Star Wars, I think this.
Related to Star Wars, that is it. I'm just thinking about E3. One thing I liked from E3 was the trailer of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
I like the detail of the materia, the crystal balls, because you start the game, just like hack and slash. It's gonna be like a hack and slash game. I'm not really a fan of those, especially in 3D, but okay, I can go with it. I think they're going for a vibe of Final Fantasy Type 0 thing.
Yeah.
And I like that the one girl gives the materia to Cloud, and then you see the broadsword on his back with the materia on the slots
Yeah.
for the sword.
There was also the trailer for the new Dragon Ball game, which looks amazing.
I mean, Dragon Ball games for me are like the Tekken games nowadays.
They always were. If you think Tekken is button smashing,
So
Dragon
it's
Ball,
yeah.
Dragon Ball is even more.
Yeah.
But I actually,
With flying.
but I actually enjoy more a Dragon Ball game than a Tekken game.
I understand. I can understand why.
To be honest,
Uh,
Tekken never really
sold it.
it to me.
Yeah.
I was always more of a Mortal Kombat fan.
I mean, they're basically what, just a bunch of crazy old men doing the shit.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, the Dragon Ball looks nice, and you fucked it again. Nice.
I can't understand why the fuck.
Maybe it's the layers. How many layers do you have there?
Like a shit ton. Oh, okay, now I got it. I know what the fuck this is. I know what the fuck that was. I'm trying to introduce text, and Illustrator does a basic in Latin text on it, so when it fucks up, is the text in like small letters.
What the hell?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Like if I click here, what appears is not fucking up. It's the text. All these are texts. The text in small letters. Like I'm doing like the image is like in the circle with a brand the black circle. You know, it's like 350 pt and
Jesus.
the text is on 12.
Jesus. Yeah.
So if I try to
Let's just finish this first.
yeah.
So yeah.
See? It was a text.
Yeah. It was a text.
It was a text.
Okay.
But it's not the type of text I want.
So we will be back next week, guys.
Mhm.
Thank you for listening to us. Make sure to tell all your friends.
The cool kids are back.
Yeah. Tell all your friends, share us. You can actually comment on our YouTube
You know,
videos.
I've been cheating on our subscribers.
Why though?
Because every time I'm with someone, I say, I want to show you some amazing thing, and then I ask for their phones, go to YouTube, first search us, then subscribe, then show us.
Now you actually grab their phone again and turn on notifications.
Shit, I
Click on the bell.
I thought I got something.
Subscribe and click on the bell.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way.
It's still early for Christmas, but okay.
Christmas is everyone the man wants.
Yeah, celebrate it in June and people will call you stupid.
I'm not stupid, I'm crazy.
Okay.
That's different.
Thank you guys. See you next week.
See you. Go play some games. Go
Yes.
play Sonic. Because it's free. And you're gonna probably suck like us. And,
That's it.
that's it.
Yeah, you.
That's all, folks.
I broke him. I broke him again. See you next week, guys. Thank you so much. May the force be with you.